Hey there, welcome back to my fly tying and fly fishing adventures channel. And today we're going to show you how to tie up a egg-sucking minnow. You know, egg-sucking leeches. Well, how about a minnow? Let's do a minnow. And actually, this is a fly that's actually designed by somebody else. I can't remember his name, but we'll talk about that when we explain the materials and what's going on. So why don't we go ahead and we'll take a look at it, and hopefully you'll think it's a great looking fly, and maybe your imagination might see the egg sucking minnow part of this whole thing. All right, we'll get going.
Well, this here is Mike Schmidt's egg-sucking minnow, and I don't know if you can see that, but that little bead right here in pink is the egg, and the minnow, and back behind there, that's the minnow. So we'll tie this up, and we'll seem to be a pretty easy fly. This is my variation. I had to do some substitutions, but I think it came out pretty good. All right, let's get it tied. The hook I'm going to use, believe it or not, is a curved nymph emerger shrimp hook in a size 8. Yes, an emerger hook on a streamer. Kind of remarkable, isn't it? And it's a Kona, a BC2, and I'm going to use a heavy metal Nymph-Head from Flyman Fishing, and it's in pink. It's a 4mm on that. And we'll go ahead and put that on, and the hooks I'm using are barbless. On there, and the thread I'm going to use some 70 denier. You can use 140 in red. And we're not going to take it too far back, only maybe right to there, you know, so it's maybe 5mm behind the bead. The next what we're going to put on is the throat. We're going to use polypropylene yarn in red. And this one we're going to fold over. We're going to make sure we keep it on top of the hook. And kind of wedge it up into that eye. And then we're going to bend this, or cut this off right at the back of the bend of the hook. Now we're going to use some Sanyo's laser dub for the belly. So you're just going to take some out, and we're going to just kind of pull this apart and stack over on itself until we can't do that anymore. In other words, we're just aligning the fibers. And then we're just going to trim this part off. And we'll move this back to here. And that's going to form our belly. And then I had mentioned in a previous video we got little eyes on this thing. We're going to make sure that they're positioned in the right area, even though we're not going to paint them or anything. Still got to do some adjustments. The next material we're going to use some ghost hair and tan. That'll be kind of like the flash in this fly. But we don't need too much. It's just a that's too much there. I didn't show that to you, but we only need a little bit. And then we're gonna divide this in half right on top. Next material we're going to use is some more laser dub, but this time in tan. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to kind of pull it apart, put it back together until and then here we're just going to put this on top and fold the rest over. And then we'll cover this in red threads for a head. Broke my thread. All right, a little whip finish. And then I'm going to thin the flash out back here with this these thinning scissors. And next we're going to do is we're going to put some eyes in. I'm putting these living eyes, they're 5mm on. I'm going to turn this sideways and just put a drop there. And then we're going to position that eye right behind the bead. Right there. And we're going to put the next one on the other side. And I dropped that one. Got to get me another eye. Yeah, that looks good. Now we're going to use some UV stick in between the eyes. Right there. and some on the bottom. And we'll just put some on top and spread it around. That'll lock it in a little bit better. And there we have it, an egg-sucking minnow. I don't know if you can see it, but it's in tan and white. Well, anyway, that's it.
Well, if you're into egg-sucking leeches for trout or anything, maybe give this a try. The egg-sucking minnow by Mike Schmidt. Anyway, I'm Daryl, and we'll see you on the water and hope you have some great luck with this fly.